Hi guys, welcome to DevOps School. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about Ansible network modules. Ansible network modules can configure your network state, test and validate existing network state, and discover and correct network configuration drift. After going through this tutorial, I promise you that the concept and understanding of Ansible will be absolutely clear to you. This series divided into multiple parts, therefore subscribe to the channel and follow the playlist.
But before that, let me ask you a few things. Are you dreaming of a career with higher pay and more responsibilities? Or are you ready to take your skills to the next level this year? Then start investing in DevOps School certification level courses which will help you to emerge skills for a wide range of entry level roles and as well as higher potential future positions. But with thousands of courses online and in classroom worldwide, finding the right one for your career goals can be difficult. You can consider our courses like Agile Developer, Agile QA, DevOps Certified Professionals, Site Reliability Engineering, DevSecOps, and Masters in DevOps Engineering, where you will have access to well-structured, easy-to-follow course content that has been developed and will be delivered by industry professionals. You can join on our training programs globally through online platforms, and if you are looking for classroom workshops, then we have regular sessions available in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi NCR, Mumbai, and in Pune. Simply compare our many courses, find the one that suits your style and schedule best, and start today.
Yeah. So user Rajesh CD vars. Now here what I am doing is vi var 5.yam. This is the fifth way. Now simple Ansible Playbook vars 5.yam. And now there is some problem which I have made it because this file is not there, this one. So I will rename that back MB to YAML. And now rerun. See here, which version do you want to install? So now I want to install 12 version. I put it up 12. By the way, I typed it, but you cannot see it. I typed it. I typed 12. Okay, look at this. And here you see my version is 12. So using var prompts, you can uh, set the variable dynamically also. Now let's say here I am going to have a my name, okay, and here I am going to up this one somewhere in middle, okay, and let's see that which has highest precedence, var prompt or this one. So here I'm changing the my name, and here I should delete that because it will show you the error you have unused and stuff like that. So here I've changed this. Now what I want one more thing here is because I was typing it and it was not visible. So what I should do, I should do the private, and it should be no. Private no means I should see that whatever you are typing. That means if I private say no, then I can see that. So now can I go ahead and vi this time vars var 6.yaml, and just a second, copy is not happening properly. And var 6.yaml. Now you see which version you want to, so something, and here you can see that whatever I typed, and here Rajesh in ERR. So still if you have a vars prompt also, the external file is having highest precedence, so you have to be mindful. So for that I have to use this time, there's another variable version, copy, and now you see that vi var7.yaml. Here 7.yaml. Now see. So this way you can use variables prompt to embed the variables. It's up to you, whichever you want, depends on this. So now we have talked about these many variables. Let's talk about few more. So here you can include the variable.
Rajesh, I have a question. Rajesh. So, Rajesh,
Yeah, tell me.
Rajesh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Rajesh, so whatever the input you give is actually
Hello.
so some scenario with the strings and the numeric. So, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. So whatever the input you give, it accepting, right? So in some scenario, most of the time, with string one is alphanumeric. So how do we restrict in the variable set?
Okay, so let me help you with it this way. Python is a loosely typed programming language. So there is a one called strong type, loosely typed. Out of which, when you have a loosely typed, that means you declare the variables, and during the uses, automatically they understand whether it should be taken as a string or a number. Now, when you do the computations using the mathematical formula, you use operators, automatically loosely type get conversions. So if you want to have a string, then it should go to the good double quote, and apart from that, anything you write, it's automatic conversion happen. So you have to leave this job up to the Python, because Ansible is a DSL language of Python, to do that. And Python also behave in the same way. So you cannot say it's a
Okay.
number or it's a string. It's all loosely typed programming language.
Okay. Okay.
So Rajesh, we cannot define the type of variable in this YAML.
So I'll put it in this way. I'll go back to the Python. If we go back to the Python, there is a string, there is a list, there is a hash. These are the type of language data types in Python. And so now that's what I said. If you do the operator work, that means let's say computations. So if you do, let's say, this plus 5, then the byte code of this and this automatically will be added. But if you say 6 plus 5, then it will be considered as a uh, number automatically, loosely typed, transform automatically, and they'll give you 11, like that. Or probably if you
No,
type,
but see, like in Python, when we provide the input, it it's considered as a string. We have to convert it into numeric. Then only we can do this computation. Otherwise, it will throw an error.
right, yeah.
So you're saying the type conversion in this YAML will happen based on Python rules.
Yes,
Is that what you're saying?
because of Ansible is a DSL, domain specific language for Python. So all the things, whatever you did it, it will happen like that. One more thing, it depends on your module also. Whichever the module you are using, then conversion will happen accordingly. Let's say PowerShell, if you are using module, then accordingly PowerShell will be taking place.
So, for example, if I want to use a numeric variable
Mhm.
in my YAML file later on,
Mhm.
when I provide it as an input, that would be considered as a string, right? Or would it be considered as a numeric input?
So
So let's say, for example, when you prompted the user what is the version number and you provided 12, right? So would that be considered as a 12 numeric or 12 string?
okay, there are multiple functions are there. Okay, so if you are trying to do the functions using let me tell you here again, understand this. This is not a programming language. This is a DSL language. YAML is a DSL language. You cannot if you're coming back from the Java background, Python background, and you think you will do the computations as the way you were doing. No, it's not possible. So for each and everything, you have to use some ways to do the computation operations. So if you use those ways, then only YAML will help you. So YAML is not a full-fledged programming language. It's a declarative language. So for that, if you want to do some computation operations, whether it's a string plus number or number plus number or string plus string, you have to use a function. So there are so many functions are there, which is inbuilt with the Python also, which you can use it. So let me come back to that function topic, and I will talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
Directly you cannot. If you see, okay, I will do this here without a functions. Let's say I'll put it like a 4 plus 5. No, this will not be acting like this, because this will be considered as a string whole. It will not happen like that. You have to use some functions here, and here you have to use var. So I'll talk about it, that stuff, little later. Let me complete this one. But yeah, that way, whatever you guys are thinking, it's not possible. Here this is a DSL language. Understand the limitation of languages also. So this will not, like, you declare the variable, two variables, and you are computing. So without functions, it's very difficult. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me come back to that. Now, here I was talking about version. So this is the one type of you can use it. Now let's look at this some more type, which is command line. Did we discuss about this? No, we have not discussed. So now let's discuss about another type of variables we can declare, and that is you can include at a task level. That is good. You can include at a task level. So here also you can include the variables. So let's have it, that one. Now here I am including debug is here, notify is here. One, two. Okay. Now this is the variables I am including at a task level. What I am doing right now, this is a task var. Okay. Now after declaring this, and here my name, I want to declare one thing here, only my name. So go here, vi tasks variable, my name is equal to Rajesh in what is this, task variable, that's a values. So here I am calling include, it should be no space, yes, here, and here you are printing. So this is the way you can call the variables at a task level. Instead of calling at this level, you can call at the task level. Now what will be impact with the my name? Let's check it out. So here var 67 vi var 8 dot yaml is there, I guess. Okay, now I'm going to run this var8 and see the my name. So here I put it anything, and here you see my name is var and task variable. So here you see that if I declare the variable at a task level, that all these precedents, this one and this one, goes away. Now I want to do one more thing here. Here I want to declare version also. So let's check it out. Task variable somewhere here, and version and 44. Save it, run. 67. Save. So see that here, if you are declaring the variable at a task level, here I did it, all this is having highest precedence than all this at the play level, playbook level, play level. So did you understand this? This is the task level variable. Guys, are you able to hear me? Guys, Rita?
File based in task level, am I right?
Yeah. So here you can include the vars.
Yeah. Can we add the variable itself in task level?
Variable?
That means direct variable in task level.
Yeah, you can add it here, just like you can include in task format. So this become one task. This has become one task. It has to be in a format of task. So this is the way. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's learn few more ways to declare the variable. So now here, this is the one more way to declare the variable, and that is command line. Okay, so how can I declare the variables through command line? So rather me telling you, can you help me to find out how can I declare the variable through command line? So for that, what I will do, I will go to Ansible -playbook and -h. So this is a escalation not needed. This is authentication not needed. Can you see that? Can we pass that anyways the variables here? Do you have any options where we can pass the variables?
-e.
Please.
Yeah. So -e extra vars, correct? This is the way. Let me tell you here, you can pass the variable using key and values over the command line, or you can pass that YAML and JSON also. How? You have to file name prepend with @ of it. So this is the way you can pass the variable. So let's do that. Let's pass this variable and let's try it out. So here, same command -e. Now just a second. Here what I'm passing the variable for this only vars 8. I am passing my name. Okay, my name only, which I typed at the task level here. Okay, let's check it out. So -e, my name is equal, here you have all the tutorials, and go down, and not this, not this, this one. Version, my name, Rajesh N command line. Okay, this is the version and this is the my name. Now I am passing it. So here command line, and you see here version and command line. See, so what you learned, what you learned
Passing variables in command line have a high precedence.
highest percent so far. If you compare to all this previous one, command line has a highest percent. So this way you can check it out. And just a second, clear the screen. You can check it out which are the variables. So by the way, we have shown you different places where we can variables, at least I think 5 or 6 ways. Now let's try few more ways. Now before that, okay, these are the variables you can declare at the playbook level. Okay, I did discuss about, let's recall the discussion. Let me see if I have forgotten it. Yes, you can embed the variables in the playbook. You can embed the variables using vars file. You can prompt the variables. You can include the variable using TaskLevel, and you can have a command line. So what we learned, okay, if you declare a variables in playbook, the precedence is like this. Lowest is vars in playbook, okay, lowest. After that, what we have, uh, vars in, vars in what do you say, prompt level, correct now, prompt in playbook. Now third highest precedence you have vars in vars files, correct, in playbook. Then we have vars in include at a task level in playbook, and after that we have command line. So this is having highest precedence, then this, then this, then this, then this. So far we have learned 5 ways to declare the variables. We have 25 more, by the way. We will not be able to cover all because not required, but we will see that. Did you understand that? Any questions? Guys, any questions? Hello, can you hear me?
No, Raju. Yeah, not from my end.
Okay. Now I will teach you how to declare variable in inventory file. So variables in inventory. This is a very good topic. Let's understand this. Okay. So variables in inventory is something very interesting. So let me tell you here, these variables will be declared by who? Programmer or operations? Tell me. At least this one, these 4. Who will declare? Who will declare?
Developer, right?
Yeah, developers. But programmer, I mean,
Developers.
operations also wants to declare some variable. So operation cannot modify playbook. He cannot modify playbook. So but he can work with inventory, right? So you can, or command line, so you can declare the variables in the inventory also. Now the question is how. So let's first show you. Here I need to have inventory. Now I need to have inventory. So vi inventory, and IP address of this machine is this one. Okay, here inventory. Now here I will add Ansible. Let me copy rather. So here I declare the behavior parameter. Okay. Now this is my behavior parameter. Now what I am doing right now, think about it. The variables. So here you can declare the variable at the host level also. So let's go. My name is equal to, okay. So I have to note it down all this thing in notepad. So okay, my name is equal to Rajesh in host. Okay, Rajesh in host. This is the machine. Okay, remote.pm, all this stuff. Did you understand this? My name. Now what I'm going to do is my name, and last one which I had it is I think bar set. So Ansible Playbook -I inventory bars. Am I doing some mistake here? Am I doing some mistake here? Tell me. Will it take that IP address? IP address has not taken. So what could be done here?
The group name is missing
Where?
in
Inventory. What should be there?
So when you
So what should I write?
give a group name
No, but is it necessary?
or just pass all.
Where should I pass it?
When running the playbook,
Are you sure? Think about it. Where should I pass it? All? Anyone?
Ansible Playbook space all -I.
Will it work? See, we have tried this combination last day already, right? Yesterday. Look at the playbook.
Here we have mentioned localhost.
Yeah, understand this. There, grouping we always do at the play level, right? So vi var 8.yaml. Here it has to be all, right? I told you here recall the discussion. Here it can be localhost or the group name, all ungroup or your custom group. Now it will take. So here I was taking. Okay, yes, this is the one machine, so I'm not changing right now. Okay, so what I was validating is I forgot, to be honest. So I was validating variables in inventory. Yeah, so what I passed variables in inventory. See here. Yeah, so I passed in inventory here my name Rajesh in host. Is it taken? Let me rerun. So my name I put it at the inventory level. Is it taken? You see here, not taken. So that means inventory variable cannot override the variables in the playbook at host level or task level or something. In fact, it cannot override the playbook level also. Okay, so that way. So now what should we do? Very simple. I am going to only display vars in host. So here what I'm going to do is vi var 9.yaml, paste it. Now vi inventory, and here I'm going to change this variable with var in host and save it. Can I use this inventory variable in the playbook? Yes, the scope precedence is when there is no duplication. See here what happened.
It should be 9, right? The playbook should be.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. See here. Here, this task include an option undefined variable. The error was undefined and dot dot dot. So did we did the mistake var in host inventory var in host. Okay, yeah, I got this. So here var in host var in host. So why it has not taken? Why it has not taken? Let's look at this one more time. So here here it has not taken. So the reason is not taken because here this is a behavioral parameter or variable passed by host. Ansible is not clearing that whether it's a variables or behavior parameters, because anything you write like this is considered to be behavioral parameter. So the question is, there are two questions. One is, how can you pass the variables in inventory and that will be the custom variable? First question. Second question is, how can I pass the variable dedicated to the specific host like this one? So we have two questions right now. First question, how can I pass the variable inventory? Second question, how can I pass the variable to the particular host level? Both of these questions I'm going to answer now. So first thing what I have to do is, here this should be acting like a variable, so I'm going to convert it. So how to convert it? Let's do that. Here I will create group name web, and here I will go ahead and group web vars. This is a special character. This is a special character. The moment you keep this special character in the inventory, then anything to that is considered to be vars. I could have done it all also, but most of the time use it in this scenario. So look at this. Now let me tell you here one important thing. Remember, here we have is equal to, and in the YAML file, if you remember, in the YAML file of external variables, we had a colon. So be mindful about it, because this is a ini file that was a YAML file. So you have to look at that also. So I delete this, because this answer I will give you in just some time. The question is of second, how can you declare the variable for each specific host? I will discuss about this in 2 minutes. First let me run it. So here Rajesh in host, var in host, I will run it. Now vi here it should be web vi var 10.yaml and did it print it? Rajesh in host. Okay, so the question is how to declare the variable in the inventory. This is the ways. Now the next question was, can we do this, all these behavior type variables, can we pass to the web? Yes, that is possible. So let's do this. So copy this, because you may have a multiple machines, so it's not wise to do that. This will act like another behavior now here. So all the machines here you have in the group now will be considered this way. Vi inventory and run it. Rajesh. So you see here, how can you pass this? Now, second situation which we are going to solve it, and that is called, first understand the problem. You have so many host level variable and so many group level variable. So how operations will manage those host level variables and group level variables? How? There so much of complexity will come, correct? Think about it, problem in your mind, try to visualize that. Maybe you have hundreds of variables for group level, tens of variables at each host level. So if you keep it everything inside the inventory file, it will be very complicated, very complicated. It's like a host inventory file will be so large, it's very difficult to manage sometimes. So how can we deal with that? Are you able to understand the problem? Are you able to understand the problem?
Yes.
Yeah. And that is where we have one very wonderful thing, and this is only for the operations, okay? And that concept is called of answer is hostvar hostvars and groupvar. What is this groupvar and hostvar? So you have to understand this one. This is more or less conceptual to organize large level of variables. So let's get started. So guys, if I have so many variables, and I'm only talking about inventory variables, not a playbook variables, okay? So many variables at inventory, I don't want to keep inside a inventory. I will go ahead and create a skeleton. Yes, that is supported by Ansible. And that skeleton we call it host vars and a group vars. So let's understand this. So here if you see that I will create a directory mkdir host vars. Understand that's a directory. I will create a directory. One more mkdir group vars. Okay. So yes, I created a directory host vars group vars. Now as name suggests, all the group level variables will go into the group vars. All the host, remember I set it up here, host level variable will go to the host var. So far so clear? Did you understand that? Group vars and host vars high level purpose?
Now, it's similar to the external files we used in the playbook.
Hello?
Rajesh, the question this I'm asking, it's similar to the external files we use in playbook.
No, it's a different
External way.
external files we directly call YAML file, but this is the directory.
Okay.
This is a directory. But high level, did you understand the directory purpose of vars and host vars? Again, I'm repeating, please hear me out. All the group level variable, this is the group level variable, will go into the group vars. All the host level variable will go to the host vars. Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. Now tell me one thing. I have in this inventory, I have a one group called web.
Can we go for a break?
Oh yes, I completely forgot. Sorry. Yeah, so let's have a break. Grab your tea, coffee, and restroom. We'll be starting at 11:30. 11:30. Yeah, 11:30. Okay. I'll just pause this recording. Let's start the recording. Yeah. So here, if you look at this, here you have a group vars and host vars. Okay, group vars and host vars. So now host vars and group vars, which you can see it here. Now, what we need to do is inside the group vars, understand that it's a very simple thing, but little bit of understanding required. Inside the group vars, I am inside the group vars. I will have a file. Now, what file? It could be YAML file. It could be not. It is a YAML file. But how should we write that file name? The file name I said here. Please look at this. File name must match with a name of the group. This is very important. File name must match. You just understand that. Match with the name of the group. Now this file is YAML file format. Okay. So for example, how many groups I am having here? Total, how many groups? How many groups?
One group.
One group. So what I should do? vi web. Now inside that I will use var host. Insert. Understand this? This very simple concept. And this is YAML, so I'll put it in the key and value format. Var host, and then here Rajesh in group var. Rajesh in group vars. Okay, done. Now save it. See that skeleton come back. Okay, look at this. Tree is not there. Yum install tree -y. Okay, now you see here tree. Look at it very carefully. Group vars, host var. This is the directory. Inside the name of the file is matching with the name of the group. Okay, so can I use this? Again, I have declared already var in host. So now let's use this. So here var 10, right? That was the last one. Yeah. So here Ansible Playbook -I inventory and var 10 .yaml, and now last one. See here. So understand this way. If you declare the variable in inventory and if you declare the variable in the group vars, which has a highest precedence? Guys, are you there? Am I lost? Hello guys, are you there?
Can you repeat the question? Yeah. Can you repeat the question?
Okay, so let's do that little bit check. I don't know how many of you are there. So Babu, are you there?
Yeah, Raj.
Bala, Balaji TR, Madhuvanti, Chandar, Guru,
Yeah, Rajesh.
James Rai,
Yeah.
Kannan, Lakshmi Narayan,
Yeah, I'm here.
Mohit Sharma,
Yeah, I'm here.
Shiva Shankar,
Yes, I'm here.
Nagesh,
Yes, Rajesh.
Neelam Hem, Neelam, Matagi Arun Ramraj, Surendran,
Yes.
Sridhar,
Yes, Rajesh.
Rajesh,
Yes.
Senthil,
Yes, sir.
Babu,
Yes, Rajesh, I'm there.
Anandan, Suresh Anandan, Tamil,
Yeah, Rajesh. I'm here.
Venkatesh.
Yeah, Rajesh, I'm here.
Okay. So here, so I was discussing about, yeah. So here, let me repeat that. So I said when you declare the variable in inventory, which is here, you see that. Let me show you the command line also. More inventory. See, I declare the variable here and I declare the variable in group vars. More group vars web and here. And if you run, see here, the value is Rajesh in host, Rajesh in group bars, and the precedence will be much more to the declare variable in the group bars. Understand that?
Got it. Yeah.
Now what I will do is I will show you here vi group vars, but remember there is one group called all, and that group is a default group. So can we set there also? Yes, that is possible. All. So vi group underscore var all, and I will set it up same variable var in host insert Rajesh in all group all, sorry, group all. Now I will do one thing. I will delete that web. Why? Because of let me run it, then I'll delete. So here you see I run it one more time, and still is taking group vars. Now I'll show you. I will delete that group vars and web. Here commented it out. This is how you comment in YAML. And you see here, I did commented it out. How come? Rajesh.
That is
So
group
it's
all,
coming
right?
right.
Oh, that's correct.
It's coming from all.
Oh yeah, I got confused for a few seconds. No, that's correct. Yeah. So yep, all. So here, if you see the compare between the all group and web group, all the in between, if you compare the precedence between the all and that group, the one which I commented out, you have a all. Sorry, group is having highest precedence compared to all. So all is having least precedence. Understand this way. All is having least precedence. So here, let me uncomment this one. Okay, so you understand this way. So now I have learned I can, okay, let me complete first this, then I will work out on this. So this is the way you can create a group bars. Understand that skeleton, this is the directory, this is the directory, this is for the all the variables for the group, all the variable for the host specific, default group, web group. This have a highest precedence compared to this. This has the highest precedence compared to inventory also. Okay, so any confusion so far on the group vars file? Can I move on to this host var?
So Rajesh, all has less precedence, right?
All has a less precedence, yes. That typically what
Okay,
happens.
but whereas web has high precedence.
Yeah, high precedence. Typically what happens, sometimes you write that some general default value you set in the all. So even though by mistake you miss this in web, that will be taken from the all. But if you want to have a specific permission, a specific variable for that particular group, you can set it up and it has a higher precedence. Okay, make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Can we move on to host vars? Guys, can we move on to host vars?
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah. So now that understand that rule is very simple. Here, file name must match with the name of the host. Understand that host. So here, what is the name of the host? This one. So your file name, I again repeat, file name must match with the host. Okay. So now, how can we write it? Very simple. Vi host vars and this one. Now, if you are using the DNS name here, you have to use the DNS name here also. Very simple rule, nothing too complicate. Okay, that means any places if you declare the host vars and group vars, file name must match with the name of the host or group, and automatically Ansible will detect those variables and use it during the runtime. Okay, so here I'm doing it now. Here now let's put it up my name var in host. Here Rajesh in uh, Rajesh in host var, and okay, and save it. Now can I run it? Can I run it? Look at this here. And you see here. So what is the conclusion? What is the conclusion?
The host take precedence over the group.
So compared to host and compared to the group, host has a highest precedent. So guys, this is the way. If you have a complexity of managing the variable, so many variables for the group, for the host, do not declare in inventory because Ansible gives you this one. Now let me help you with it. It's a group vars, the host vars, file name must match with the name of the group and host, and also the format of this file should be YAML file, key and value pair. Make sense? Guys, any questions?
So these all web and host files are not YAML files, right? They are init files.
Oh, which
Init
file?
files.
Which file?
Or they are YAML files. They all web and the host file, right?
This is a YAML
under
file.
host vars.
This is YAML file. No, that's what I am telling you. The format of this file is YAML.
But I couldn't see the extensions here.
So it's not
web.yaml, all.yaml.
okay. So don't think that way. In DSL, the concept is the content should be in the right format. The extension is not a problem here.
Okay.
So you need not to be keep it YAML or YML, or you can keep it this file itself, because Ansible knows that I need a input as a YAML. So they will read the content of this
Okay.
file, not the extension of this file.
Okay. Got it.
Make sense, guys?
Yeah,
Rajesh.
Rajesh. Yeah, man. So, do we really need to have all our web or host entry below the group bars?
Sorry, I didn't understand your question.
What happens say on?
Hello? Sir, your voice is breaking a little bit of it. Maybe I could not understand your questions.
Web in?
We can hear you, James.
Hello?
Hello, am I breaking?
Yeah, tell me.
Actually,
Okay.
Rajesh voice is breaking.
Or is it?
Right.
Just a second.
Yeah. I can hear you.
This internet is stable right now, but you all are break. I mean, am I breaking? I mean, my voice is breaking for all or only for few?
Now it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, please go ahead with the questions.
So, do we really need to have save those all web file within a folder group bar? What happens if we save it on the common folder?
Common folder means somewhere outside? No, it will not detect. Understand that I
Yes.
said Ansible read this directory wherever you have inventory file. So the place where you have inventory file, that place, this the location here, it should be here and here. So wherever you have it, you should be storing it here. So Ansible by design try to read if that exists. If it is not exist, then skip it.
Okay.
Can you open the
So,
group wars?
Okay, look at this. It's a directory. It is a directory. This is a file. This is a file. This is a directory. This is a file. I said very simple rule, and that is must match file name must match with the name of the host and the name of the group. So are we clear on this? Can we move on to the next topic?
Rajesh, in the notes you have typed some the hierarchy of the variables. No, could you please open that hierarchy of the variables?
So far I have not.
Somewhere you have typed in the session.
No, that was for playbook. That was for the playbook. I did not did for
The whole variables.
inventory. I did not do that.
Okay.
Okay, guys, did you understand? So let's recap the stuff. Variables. Let's do it something like this. If you declare a variable in inventory, now first thing, vars in inventory has the lowest precedence. After that vars in group var all. After that group name. After that host. So guys, this is having highest precedence, this is having lowest precedence. I showed you the demo. So here I showed you 5 ways to declare the variable. You can declare the environment variable also, by the way. And here I showed you 4 ways. So altogether 9 ways I showed you the declare. By the way, one more thing. Here I did not talk about okay, var files there. Playbook, prompt. Okay, here there is a problem. Vars in playbook. Now embed in a playbook. Oh no, is there? No, is there? Yeah, is there? Yeah. So did you understand that, guys? Any questions? Any doubts?
What is the precedence between the play and inventory? The variables in the play and inventory.
Playbook has highest precedence. You can test it also. You set same in the all the places. And actually, I don't know. We discussed or we saw that or not. If you run it, you'll you can duplicate that. So playbook has a, because real code is your playbook. So real code is a playbook. So playbook has to have a highest precedence. Yeah, but operations also has some variables which can supersede the playbook. So there's a mix and match actually. It's not like that. Okay, guys. So can I move on to the next topic?
Yeah, Rajesh. Rajesh, are we going through the course agenda, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah. Are you finding anything missing? If you find missing,
The popular on day 2, I have seen one topic pop on yeah on day 2 the popular modules in Ansible.
So we are using.
There are around 20. Yeah.
We are slowly increasing over the period of time. So wherever we need something, we are increasing.
Okay, Rajesh, no problem.
Yeah.
Did we cover lookups?
Guys, just hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Yeah. Okay. Sir, you had any questions actually? Hello.
I asked about, did we cover lookups?
No, we have not covered lookups. We will do.
Are able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Now you saw that here we discussed about playbook. Variables in the playbook, variables in inventory. Now we do have a variables in the roles also. We'll discuss tomorrow during the roles time. Now before that, I would like to tell you something here, custom variables. So custom variables I used in the playbook and inventory. Now custom variables I will also use in the roles, which we'll talk about tomorrow. But what is a fact variable? So fact variable, which is a system defined and cannot change, and we'll discuss about the fact variable after the lab because we have taken so much of time. So I want to give you the lab. That means you have to do same thing what I did and experience it. Here, this is the ACS. All the programs I have put it in the notepad also, and also I am pushing into the GitHub where you know that the code now git pull origin master. Here it's aborting because there's some merge changed here, and get odd. Yeah, so get commit -m heading. I did commit get pull origin master. Conflict has happened. I just did solve it. Git push origin master. DevOps school. I posted. Now code note I will update manually. So for that I will go to GitHub. Here it is. And see, day one file someone has deleted from my disk. From my repository. So are you doing some deletion work or something? Please do not do, because others will shout at me saying that day one is missing. So day 3.txt, this is the content, and day one also I'll push it, which is missing, but I am having it. And day one. Okay, guys, you have everything to get started. Now you can continue with the lab. Okay, any questions, guys? You have 30 minutes to check it out, the lab, and try different scenarios and continue.
In which server we can check, which is given yesterday, that one, or
No, today I have given you the same machine, but its IP address got changed.
okay.
Here it is. Check the day 3 nodes. All these things you have in the day 3 one.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I'll just be back in 2 minutes. I'll just go rest home and I'll come back. Meanwhile, you can continue.
Rajesh,
Yeah, tell me.
you have given an assignment link also for this?
No, there's
variables?
no assignment, only lab. Assignment I'll give you the post lunch because I have not finished my topic. So fact variables I have to finish, then I will give you. So continue the lab. Whatever I did, you have to do the same thing. And all the programs you have in the GitHub, check it out and do that. Fact variable. Now the question is, what is a fact variable? So fact variable is basically fact of server or machine, whatever you want to call it. Okay, fact variable is a fact of server and machine. For example, what is your host name? What is your IP address? What is your operating system? Which version of operating system? How much RAM? How much CPU? Which motherboard? 32-bit, 64-bit? Everything. Fact means fact of the server. System information. System information. Okay. So the question is how to get a factor, how to get a system information. How to get a system information. That is the question. how to get this. Okay, so do you have any tools which you think which you can use it for the getting the system information? Hello, hello. लाइन चला गया क्या? अरे परेशान. Hello, hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, only now.
Okay. Can you see my screen now on Notepad? Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the question was how to get system information. Now, many different tools can be used for getting a system information. Now, in Puppet uses. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today is disturbing us a lot actually. Okay, so Puppet uses there is a tool called Factor. Okay, Factor which is being used for getting the system information. Just a second, guys. Let me lock the door. Yeah. So Puppet uses Factor for getting information, system information. So when you get this tool, so let me show you here. Restart ec2-user sudo -s. So whenever you install Puppet, sorry, Ansible. So in fact, Puppet also uses the Factor. So here, whenever you use Ansible, whenever you install Ansible, then there is one tool which is getting installed, which is called Factor. So here you see which Factor, which is not there. So now the question is where it could be there. So if I see which Ansible, okay, win Ansible, now it should be somewhere located at ls fact star. See here, this is the tool Factor. I am wondering why this. Okay, spelling mistake, that's the reason. See here, Factor, Factor should be. So if I do Factor, and here you have list of all the system information for this system. It should display the system information. I'm still waiting. Why it's coming? Not. Just a second. Factor. Usually it should come immediately. Immediately it should display the Factor system information. But right now it's not coming. Okay, I'll check it this one later. But understand. Oh, just a second. Okay, so I'll check this one later. By the way, there's a few people have just a second. What is the problem? What is happening? I'll tell you. Home EC2. Few people are working here actually. That is a problem for the get. Let me delete this. Everyone should work from the here. Okay, now yeah, so Factor is a tool which will give you the system information, but the question is why, or the question is what Ansible uses? Ansible uses factor to get the system information. The question is how to get system information using Ansible and using factor. That is a question. Okay, that's a question. So here we know that Ansible uses the utility which is called factor, and factor is the tool which will give you the system information. Usually it should get you all the information, but for now it's not coming. Maybe the factor is open source product, maybe that is designed for running using only the Ansible, that utility, but you can install the factor standalone tool also separately. You don't need to have the Ansible for getting the factor installed. Okay, so now the question is how to use in Ansible, and the answer is setup module. There is one module which is a new module now, setup module. Okay, this is the module. So now for example, I want to know using Ansible, I want to know the system information. So what should I do? Ansible or Ansible hyphen playbook and then localhost. I want to get the system information for the same machine. So Ansible localhost. Now what you want, which module you want to run? Am setup. There is no parameter required. So setup module will give you all the system information. See here, this is what I was expecting, something similar, but like this, not Ansible underscore, because anything which is set with Ansible underscore, which is called fact variable. This is called fact variable. Okay, so here these all are variables which you can see. Some of these are in a string format, some of these are in the list format, some of these, see, this is a string. Okay, this is a string, but you see here, this is a dictionary. Look at this, this is a dictionary. Okay, so all these things you have, some of them are in list format separated by comma. Okay, so this way you can see that all this fact variable. So now you should little bit read more about the setup module to the official website, Ansible module setup, and here gather facts about remote host, gather facts about the remote host. Okay, so here you can read more about it if you want it. Now the question is how can we use it? That is an important question. So setup module will give you the will talk to the factor. Understand that the flow. Setup module will use the factor, get the system information and display it. That's the only job what setup module is doing. Okay, here you have some of the stuff. Now how can we use it? So what I am trying to do now is some of the fact variables I am going to display in my machines. How can I do that? So I have a, let's gather the some of the fact variable first. Setup, and here let's gather, see, this is the list, this is the list. So Ansible architecture, Ansible distribution, something which is making more sense. For example, OS, because there are too many, so I will grep it. Grep hyphen OI OS. So I want Ansible OS family. That's all. These three variables I'm displaying it. So for that, what I'm doing, look at my screen, please. Go to this machine, cd Rajesh, and here I will create one directory called fact just for this demo. Okay, I will copy CD templates CP, this one, this one, this one, fact variable. I copy it there also. Though you can refer it from that place also, I can do that, but I don't want to confuse you. Complete independent demo. So that way. Now I need a inventory. So cd var cp inventory and fact. I copied everything. Now I need last one, playbook. So look at this here. This is the playbook. It's becoming large actually. Now what I am doing right now, what I want basically, these three fact variables I want to display on index.html. Look at this, understand this. I want to display on index.html. So here, this is the place I want to display here. So how can I display? I have to modify this one, index.html.g2. So what I'm doing right now is hello understand this age and if you're not understanding, please stop me. And now I'll just put it in the curve HTML. Here I close this. Done. Now I'll go here and modify this template file, which is called vi index.html template. Here I give it. So now this time these variables, let me remind you, these variables I have not set any variable which is starting with Ansible underscore considered to be constant and fact variable. Okay, so that I am saving it. Done. Save, done. So far whatever I did you understand that? Any questions, any doubts?
All fact variables will be starting with Ansible underscore, right?
Underscore, yes. See here. Yourself only. Look at this. Here I run. How? Localhost. Where is that? See here. This is the entire flag variable coming from where? Localhost machine. This is the. Got it? Understood? Okay. Did you understand what I did? Basically, I am calling the fact variable this one. Understood, guys? Hello, am I connected?
Can I go to that, Rajesh?
Yes. Tell me. Hello, I can.
You showed that fact variables, right? You showed that fact variables, right? Can you go to that again?
Okay, this screen.
Yeah.
This is the system.
So this one you. Sorry, go ahead.
This is the system information, which you can get it from the setup module. Setup module will get it from using factor tool. There's a factor tool, using that one.
We have not shown that to us.
Sorry.
Can you show us how that setup module can be done?
I did not understand.
Using factor you did that setup module, right? Sorry, using that setup module, you retrieved this information, right? This variables, fact variables.
Right. Correct. So here you see here,
So
I run this.
Can you show that again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine.
So you can run against the remote machine also, no problem.
Okay, so any module, if I list it like that, it will show this. Okay, fine.
No, this is ad hoc program. No, we did it long back, first day only.
Okay. No, I'm just asking whether in this module setup you are trying to run this to just see what are the variables available, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever the variable available for my local host. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Any questions so far, guys? And what I did here, have you understand that? What? Everyone? Guys, I'm not getting response.
Yes,
I don't know whether you
Yeah, Rajesh, understood. Yeah.
Okay, so now that nothing is pending, I should run it. So Ansible hyphen playbook hyphen I inventory, and then playbook name is did we not store actually? Sorry about that. So vi play dot YAML. Done. So can we run it now? Ansible hyphen playbook hyphen I inventory and play.yaml. Okay guys, so I'm running this. Did we miss something? Okay, parse file is not there, so play. I will delete this because I don't need anymore. I'll delete prompt also. And here include stuff variable, that file is not there, so I have to modify one more time. I'll delete this. Is a demo is completed, so not needed. Done. Rerun one more time. What is this? Debug. Okay, undefined variable. vi not needed. All this stuff. Clear the screen. Finished code. Done. Okay, now the question is what I did. So look at this here very carefully. Do you have this task? Do you have this task in my playbook? You see that this is the playbook. Do we have this task? Yes or no? 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 I have installed an HTTPD apps starting from here. But what is this task running? So basically what happens, understand this. What happens? First, this flow is very important. This is your ACS server. This is your ARS server. Okay. So what happens when you run the playbook through the configuration file? Before running the configuration file, Ansible goes, before running the playbook, Ansible goes and read the authentication and authorization and run the, this is step number 1. Authentication authorization happens, and then second thing happen, get fact, GF, get fact, and come back with the get fact. And once you receive the get fact, then they send the all the task. All this thing is going through SSH pipe. This is a pipeline SSH tunnel. This all the communication travel through system. So that's the reason you see here gathering facts has happened before running your first task. Okay, before running your first task. So it get you that information, then send that next task, then next task, then next task, then next task. So like that, they do the work. Okay. Now this object, they convert into the object, Python object or PowerShell object, and then do that thing. So gather facts is a task which is inbuilt with Ansible, which runs before running the system. So now this consume little bit of time. This consume little bit of time, maybe in a few seconds, 1 or 2 seconds, and after that it happens. Now, did we get that output? Can we check? By the way, which port I was running, I forgot to check. So port, where did I define the port? In the play. Let me just check. Port 80, right? So 80, it should be running. So I am not able to access it for time being. Let me check. It's not running at all. So first thing, ps-e grep httpd is running. I see that it's running, but I want to check the file more etc httpd conf httpd.conf, and if I see listen 8080, from where it is coming, from where it is coming, 8080 is running from somewhere. I must be pushing. Just check that. Okay, let's check the logic. You help me now. What is happening? So here installing. Start.
Can you change the port 8080?
No, it's 8080 only. Oh, just a second. Flow. There's a flow problem actually. So here.
The template. It's in the template.
Huh?
It's in the template.
It's
HTTP conf.
Correct. Yes, it's in template. So this is the variable. It's a variable. So 8080 somewhere it should be defined, right? So I declare it the port, but from where it is taking, just a second, more play. You can just troubleshoot here. 80 grep. Okay, let's look at the flow. Here I am installing. Here I am started. Here I'm changing it, and after changing it, you have to take it from the stdb.conf, which is G2, okay, and starting it, and that's all is needed. This is not needed. This is not needed. So now here is a handler task. Can I rerun one more time? So here, if I rerun Ansible, I want to check that whether this modification is happening or not. So see here, template file modification has happened, changed. So I see that change has happened, and here change has happened, 80 port, but more etc httpd conf httpd change is happening 80. So guys, one more thing. Okay, there's some problem, I think. Are we having someone running parallelly this demo? Anyone who's running parallelly, guys? Okay,
No, I'm not.
I think someone is running parallelly because I did not set 8080 anywhere, but last run it was 8080, now it's 80. So that means someone is changing that fact. So guys, just help me out. Let me complete the demo. Otherwise, the behavior will change. I will get confused, and even you will get confused. Those people who's seeing the screen, they will get also confused. So please help me out here. Just hold on for a second. We will do that things because I see that here, but I'm changing the content something else. This is the right content. So here you see Ansible distribution is Red Hat, Ansible architecture is this one and this one. So this is the way you can use the fact variable. Now this is the fact variable, simple. Let me conclude the discussion. I got a little bit confused for some time also when my program was not working. So yes, setup module will help you to get the system information about the host when on which it is running, but setup module get it from where? There is one tool which is called factor. Now factor any fact variable, you will be starting with Ansible underscore, which you can use it anywhere in the anywhere. You can debug, you can put it up in anywhere wherever you want. Now fact variables cannot be changed because you know that system information you cannot change just like that. So you understand that. So you cannot change the fact variable. Now next question is, can I enable and disable? Yes, that is possible. So here vi play.yaml. Here what you can do, if I disable the fact variable at a play level only. So here you see fact, I need an exact syntax. So devofschool.com
Gather underscore facts false.
Gather underscore facts is false. Fact of facts, let me try. Here Ansible hyphen playbook hyphen I playbook inventory, and here you see that gathering facts did not happen here, correct? Gather facts. So you can disable that. Because of I disabled in the index.html that says Ansible undefined variable, this one. So yes, you can enable and disable also. So if you want the complete list of it, Ansible.
Is there any performance improvement happen after we disable?
Disable, that will save your, let's say, 1 or second or something like that. So that way it will be faster. Because if you disable, I told you here, remember, it will not go and check that that first loop will be avoided. So they will not go and check the things. So Ansible play. So all these options you have put it up in this blog. You can check it out very carefully later under the time. Okay. Now the question is where to use this Ansible fact variable. Where to use it? That's the most important question. So guys, most of the time we use fact variable in conditioning. Yes, you can use anywhere, but most of the time we use in the conditioning. Remember, I told you in the first day itself, when you are learning uh, uh, the programming, no matter whether it's a YAML or a compiled language or interpreted language, then you have to have a conditioning in place. So we use a fact variable in conditioning. Now how to use it? Understand this way. First understand. So this is the ACS, this is the ARS Windows, this is the ARS Linux. Okay. Now this is the Linux, this is the Windows, but one more Linux is there. This is a Ubuntu and this is a Red Hat. Now you tell me here, typically, let's say Windows, you will execute some different module. Ubuntu, let's say you will run apt module for installation. But for Red Hat, we will use yum module for it installation. So you write a program is something like this. If Windows run this module, Windows module, logic is like this. If Linux like Ubuntu, Debian family, Ubuntu run apt, something like that. If Linux RHEL, then run yum. So this is the fact variable uses. You can do the conditioning based on the fact variable. So because I told you, first it read the fact, get back the response, and based on that task is being sent. I told you in the last discussion, last MS Paint. So that way. Now the question is how to use the fact variable. So now in the condition. So let's use this. Conditioning. Here entire reference is there for you. You can look at it later, but I'll just give you small example. Look at this here, only this part. Here it says how to do the conditioning. Here it says run this module, but only and only when Ansible underscore OS family is equal to Debian. Okay, so you can add this task here. One, two. Want to understand this. Now when you want to run, let me get this variable first. Here Ansible localhost -m setup grep. So it's a Red Hat. So here let's run here conditioning. Here Apache 2, because in Ubuntu is package name is Apache 2. Understand that. And in RHEL, this one. Okay. So here, what I do, and it should be without space. Here you see. So run to this package, install this package when it is Debian, but run this package when it is Red Hat. Okay. Now debug also, let me show you my name, right? So there is a debug. Look at this. My name is Rajesh in RHEL. My name is Rajesh in Ubuntu. I don't have a Windows right now, so it will fail. Now see that very simple logic. Run this task and conditioning. So see here, how can you write one single program which will work with all the platform? So what I say, show me Rajesh in RHEL if the operating system family is Red Hat, and it can be any variable. Conditioning, you have to imagine this. And when my name is Ubuntu, when you have a Debian. So guys, did you understand the use of fact variables and how to use conditioning?
Yes.
Okay. So now this module, this program will work everywhere, all platforms like Ubuntu, Debian, and it can work with the Windows also, but I don't have a Windows host. I'll show you that demo a little bit later. It's very simple though. VI done. Ansible hyphen Playbook inventory, right? Yes. And play one at this time. And guys, there's some problem. Oh, where's I have this? Let me delete this. So now you see here, look at the debug, that it will be clear. See here, my name is Rajesh in RHEL. It did not show you Ubuntu because it validated. So that way, each steps, understand that guys, each steps you can have a conditioning programming. Let me tell you here, it's not like only you can use the fact variable. You can use the normal variable also, like a custom variable, which we have experienced from last since morning. So, but here most of the time we use it for the system validations purpose. So guys,
Can we do two conditions?
yes, very much. So
Okay.
I'll
Using AND operator.
yeah, very much. See here. Look at this. Can we cover this remaining topics post lunch, because I think we are running little late.
Yeah.
Or should we complete? Let's do one thing. Let's complete this topic, and because 1:30 we will have a break. Okay. So now the question was, can we have a two condition? Yes, very much. Look at this here. I will make it a little bit slow. Look at it very carefully. This is a one task will be done only. Look at this here. Ansible distribution sent to us and this one. That means this will follow true. This will fall true. And this is a typical programming language concept. True, true, true. False, false. What is that? False, false. True and true. True. False and false.
False.
True and false. Truth table. So here
True, true, true. False and false, false only, right?
false and false, I think it's true actually. Just a second.
It's true again.
Yeah, it's a true. True.
Oh,
So this is the common for every programming language. Okay. Ah, truth table, true, false.
It's understandable, Rajesh.
Yeah, just a second. Yeah. So you can look at these tables, which will help you here. True, false. Here this is the one. Here false, false. Here false and false, false, false and false or false, false, false and true, false, true, and all this thing. So this is the table which is working here also. So for this, so now let's look at this here. So now what is happening? If it is this one and this one or this one, so here you can have a multiple conditions, not only one thing is equal to or something like that. Here are multiple condition. Here you can see, here you can put or, but by default you see that it's in a multi-line here. Two conditions are there, but in a multi-line. So by default this is a and. Understand that and is the default, or is you have to specify it. So here this is the and, this is the, okay, look at this here. This is the custom variable. Foo is a custom variable, is defined. So when foo is defined, then do this, else don't do this. Here foo is a bar is undefined. So bar is your custom variable, which if it is undefined, then only you do that. So like that you can club it multiple conditioning also. Make sense?
So in the example 3, how we can able to provide the or condition?
Here you have to add or is in between. Here you have to do or like this, and you have to convert this one actually, this one and this one, this one. By the way, there are tens of ways in writing here. You have few more examples here. Look at this. Here this equality operators. Again, this is one more way. Is not equal to. Okay. This is here you have you are using functions. Function I have not talked about it, but here you are using function. When test1 is a variable, dot find this what world in that particular test1. If you find it and not equal to -1, then only you do that. So many ways actually. There's a Python here std out dot find. That means output. If you have a world is not equal to -1, then do that. So lots of examples. It can be. You can use this more or less from the Python also. But this is the simplest one. Most of the time you see this. Make sense? Okay, guys. So what we have covered, let's do the recap in the next 3 minutes before going for the lunch break. After the break, lunch break, we'll have assignments actually. So we discuss about variables, and we discuss about how to use variables in a playbook and how to use variables in inventory. Then we also discuss about how to do the custom variables and then fact variables. Roles is a pending topic which I will talk about later. Now here we have given you so many examples here and conditioning also. Fact variables also we discuss custom and the module name setup. So we learn one more module by now, and this is the way you can do that. Okay, any question? There is a command module here, command module. Okay, any questions, guys? Okay, so now I am sharing this notes with all of you. So those who are interested to continue with the lab may continue the lab, and we'll go for the lunch break. We will meet up at, let's say, 1:50. It's 1:30. So how much you want the break for the lunch? Whether 45 minutes or 1 hour? Guys, how much you want the break?
So
45 minutes. Take
45 minutes. So let's meet up at 2:15, okay? And then we'll continue the next topic. Okay? Okay, guys.
How will you share the recording?
Which one?
How will you share the recording?
End of this session, I will share with you that all the process, how to get that recordings.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
If you liked our Ansible session so far, please enroll for our channel membership $399 plan to get access of all the parts. Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.